Hello everybody of YouTube, my name is Mr. Maxwell and welcome back to another side quest about video games with, of course, Exo Magpie.
Hello!
Yes, some news, some reveals.
Yes.
We had some reveals. We had some I wouldn't say it's like massive news, but some interesting
news.
Interesting news. I think the first one I'm going to go with is Casey Hudson. Of BioWare fame, the guy who left BioWare then went back to BioWare.
Yes. Didn't he leave BioWare and then went back to BioWare to try and save Anthem?
Yeah, he joined. He went back to, if I remember correctly, he became the head of Anthem about halfway through the project.
Yeah, when it was already like a half-sunk ship.
Yeah, pretty much. If anybody doesn't actually know who Casey Hudson is, if you can remember, there'll be videos up on YouTube. If you can remember the Anthem conference at E3, where you remember when it was just concept art that they showed us.
Yeah.
There was that lass who was the story. And then there was the guy who was like he had a bit of a beard, but he looked miserable the entire time.
Yeah.
That was Casey Hudson.
Yes.
Okay, so if anybody's wondering who he is, that's him. But this is actually a big deal due to the fact that Casey Hudson, he was the head of BioWare when BioWare were doing Mass Effect, Dragon Age. They were doing really, really well.
Yeah, at the peak, we're talking about the pinnacle of BioWare at the height of their power.
Yeah, at the point in time where you generally looked at BioWare and you thought, well, storytelling, they can do no wrong.
Yeah, this is pre Mass Effect 3.
This is pre Mass Effect 3, and obviously before Andromeda. And the massive drop ball that was Anthem.
I mean, the story in Andromeda is not. It's not brilliant, but it's not bad. The problems with Andromeda is that a lot of stuff is.
I think with Andromeda the problem is because BioWare's got such a high bar.
Yeah.
It doesn't get
it doesn't.
that
yeah.
bar,
Oh yeah. It's nowhere near Mass Effect.
It's not a bad game. Well, it's not a bad story. It's just. It's not what you would expect.
If you compare it to other BioWare games, then yes, there's no way it doesn't even come close to touching Mass Effect 2.
I mean, it could be worse for Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yes.
It could be Anthem.
It could have been Anthem.
It could have been Anthem. But anyway, yeah, Casey Hudson has started a new studio. Now, this is quite.
Yeah, I don't know if he's come out with a statement, but there was something like.
There's a
dig at EA or something.
There's an announcement on Twitter, and he does sound like he. I'll see if I can actually.
See if you can find it.
2 seconds.
While he goes looking for it. Yeah, he basically... I'm pretty sure... I remember hearing people say that it's basically like a dig at EA, the way EA runs. Because, EA is EA.
Yeah,
EA is Unichronic Arts.
It sounds like he wants to be anti-EA, if that makes any sense.
Oh, you mean like actually making decent games and not eating companies because, they just got hungry on a Thursday.
So he started his... so I've got the thread here, at least one of them. This is basically his announcement of the Humanoid Studios, which is going to be his studios. Mm-hmm. Basically, they've got... On the Twitter, basically he just bigs it up, saying that we've got ideas for IPs... and all that sort of stuff. But then there is a... Let's see, is there a blog? No, there's no blog. It's just sort of like a... basically a we're hiring thing. Which is good. But the other thing that I want to mention is, like, not that long ago, we actually mentioned this in one of our older videos.
Yeah.
The former heads of Blizzard left Blizzard.
Yeah.
And started their own studio, didn't they?
Yes.
To be an anti-Activision.
Yes.
That's literally what they said they wanted to be. They didn't want to be Activision. They wanted to.
We want to do the opposite to what Activision are doing.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Like it generally just seems to be like, yeah, we're getting all these developers now who are just
the people who actually make
the
people who actually make the decent games, leaving the ridiculously over marketed, oversaturated apps run by complete and utter unoriginal, bereft of creativity.
We will be talking about unoriginality very soon.
Who are bereft of originality, morals, or actual any sort of decency, who think that their staff are cattle. You know where we're going with this.
Yes.
The triple game industry. Most importantly, the people at the very top.
To which actually, lately some of the developers, especially in Blizzard, have been getting criticised. So do you know who Asmongold is?
Yes.
Yeah, he was the big.
He was like
He's the big WoW.
He is like
streamer.
the big WoW
biggest
streamer / YouTuber. I've seen some of his videos.
He's the biggest WoW streamer out there.
I've watched a couple of his where he like looks at other videos and then he like breaks down his views on it and where he agrees and where he doesn't. He does put his arguments across really, really well. So.
Do you know that? I suppose you might know because it's been everywhere. He started
playing Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, it's been everywhere, hasn't it? So yeah, he's been started playing Final Fantasy 14. Now,
that's his choice. He's allowed to.
Unfortunately, somebody came up and been like, "Oh, we don't want that kind of his kind of hatred and all this sort of stuff. We should."
Oh, so wait, while he was playing your game, it was perfectly fine, but now all of a sudden he's...
No. This was, I think, somebody who plays Final Fantasy 14 who said this.
Oh, right,
but
okay.
a developer basically called him an asshole.
Wait, hang on.
He basically called him an asshole, agreeing to the... Because the person basically said we should try and get him kicked off Final Fantasy 14. We don't want him. And basically, the developer basically just said that guy's an asshole, retweeting the original tweet, right?
Right.
And it generally wouldn't surprise me if Blizzard has fired that guy because one, that's not a good look.
No.
For an employee of Blizzard.
I mean,
Blizzard don't need the negativity right now.
Well, let's all be honest, okay? Blizzard banned a person for protesting about his home place, and went at the next BlizzCon. We failed to live up. Their only response to the shit show of the handling of that situation.
We are sorry for not living up to our expectations. What expectations?
What expectations? Was it the expectations of I don't know?
Of just normal human decency.
Fucking.
You know that thing of allowing people to protest.
It's right. Here's the thing, right? With thing. I'm not a follower of him. I know who he is. I know who he is because
don't follow him.
I've seen him do reactions to certain videos, and like I say, he seems to put his point across. He doesn't just come out and go, "Oh, well, that's a dumb idea," or "I agree with that." He breaks it down into, "Well, I agree. I don't agree with that, but this is why." Yeah. Like he doesn't just flat out go, and this is the thing with people saying, "Oh, he's a talk." It's like anyone who doesn't disagree with me is blah blah blah. It's like no. He's disagreeing with you and he's explaining why he disagrees with you. Now, you can disagree with his disagreement, but he's not just being an absolute asshole for being an asshole. He's actually explaining where he's coming from and his reasonings. Like a decent human being would.
So that happened. That happened in the gaming sphere. We've also got... we've got everything with EA that's been happening. That's always fun to look at. But this is great. This whole I am generally actually like keeping an eye on these companies. I can't remember the name of the other one from the
ex-Blizzard guys.
But it's there. I'll find it. I think. Hold on.
We will have to keep an eye on them and see what they come out with.
Here it is.
He's trying to look.
I'm doing my research.
Well, not live, but anyway.
All left the company.
As he speaks.
All left the company. Yep, that's fine. That's not it. Okay, so the article that I've got, it doesn't actually give the name of, but it is Mike Morhime's?
Name pronunciations have never been our strong suit.
We're from the north. We're not very good at this sort of stuff.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Some people from the north are very good at this stuff, but we're not.
No. We're commoners. We talk like we've got chicken legs in our mouths. That's how we talk.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah. Anyway, There's no name of the company, but it's Mike Mike Morhaime. I'm going to say Morheims.
Yeah,
Morheims. Mike Morheims or Morheims. Jason Chase, Dustin Browder, and Chris Zagatti.
Yeah.
We'll go Zagatti.
Depends how the G's.
And Eric Dodds. They have all come together to form a company.
Yeah.
And they're basically trying to be we are not Activision.
Yeah, basically make games that Blizzard used to make, but not actually with all the bullshit that Activision's put them on.
Yeah.
Basically. It seems like they want to be a little bit more like old school Blizzard, which is more connected to its community and etc. etc.
Yeah. So I think this is good. I think that more.
I think having as long as it's not the absolute assholes in the company, like the people who have made really creative games, and if they feel like they're being boxed in by the company they're working for them to break away and make their own, that's great. I mean, not everyone in EA can do that. The grunts who make the ones and zeros aren't in the same position.
If it wasn't Casey Hudson,
you wouldn't be able to do it.
Wouldn't be able to do it.
But I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's a good thing because more competition should mean more.
I think it's a good thing. I think most likely we've got at least 2 more studios that can make those middle ground games at least. Which I think is always good.
Yeah, because we all know the AAA game industry is bereft of ideas.
Because you need those AA games.
Yeah.
You need those games just to keep things ticking over.
Yeah, because that's how you create new blockbuster IPs. That's how that happens. God of War was not billed as the multi-game franchise selling daddy of the year thing that it turned into.
Yeah, exactly.
It didn't the first God of War did not look. It looked good, but it didn't. You didn't look at it and go, "Yeah, that's instantly going to be a multi-million-dollar
I didn't
franchise."
All I saw
massive proportions.
When I first saw God of War, I just saw Prince of Persia. Sands of Time. That's all I saw. I was just like, "Oh, it's like a Greek Prince of Persia." That's literally all I thought it was.
Then we played it and I was like, "Oh, this is an angry.
This is very good."
It's
this is very
good.
I mean, is there any need for that much anger? Apparently so. But anyway. Anywho, shall we move on to the unoriginality that is
Ubisoft?
Ubisoft, get your shit in order. Come on.
Yes, man. Ubisoft. When is your house getting in order? Because it ain't yet.
So, Assassin's Creed. Now, this is a rumor, and it's a plan. It's a plan. So, whether or not it is going to be what happens to the Assassin's Creed franchise,
I mean, they're heading that way.
But it is just by looking at the way Odyssey and Valhalla have gone.
Yeah.
With the way their styles.
It's what they want to do.
It's what they're going to do with. It feels like that's what they're going to do with the next one. It's plus also the room. There's rumors that the two teams that worked on the games.
Yeah.
Because obviously they did what Ubisoft did was what Activision did with Call of Duty. So
yeah,
one studio is working on one game.
Yeah.
Another one.
Oh, well,
that's what they were doing in Assassin's Creed.
It was originally when they got Sledgehammer going to be 3 studios working on each individual, so that would be a 3-year cycle.
Yeah.
Which is actually a smart way to have a fucking yearly franchise go down. Because then it's like, no, this game, it's been out for a year and the new game's out, but that game's been developed for 3 years.
Or here's a smarter idea. Let's not have a yearly franchise.
Yes, that's an even better idea. That's an amazing idea. But then they wouldn't be able to make.
I don't understand.
Then Bobby Kotick wouldn't be able to get his $150 million.
Well, no, he would. He'd just fire everybody.
That's very true. But then they wouldn't be able to make more games.
Well, no, they'd just rehire everybody.
That's very true.
It's Activision.
Why do people work in the game? No, honestly, I'm beginning. Literally, why do people work for places like Activision and EA?
Actually, I said rehired, didn't I?
Yeah.
No, they wouldn't rehire. They'd hire cheaper people.
Yes.
No.
Do you know what? Here's the thing, right? If in 10 years' time there were news reports that Activision are literally working like a sweatshop. I wouldn't be surprised. Would not at all. The way they go on about, the way they fucking hire and fire their staff, and just basically they'll get to the point where to make their billions of dollars, they will be scraping the bottom of the barrel and hiring anyone that can put ones and zeros.
I'm gonna wait. I will not be surprised if at one point we find out that one of the Call of Duty games was made by small Chinese children.
Yes.
Who were handcuffed to the table.
Yes.
until they
beaten with a wooden
ruler until they reached a certain quota of ones and zeros, and then they're allowed to leave the table. That would surprise me. I'd be like, well, I mean, it sucks and it's terrible, but
yeah, it's a horrendous thing.
I'm not really surprised.
But, I mean, I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted that this happens, but surprised? No.
That's not a word in this program.
That's not a word. Seriously.
But anyway, yeah, Assassin's Creed may be going to the live service model. Now, I want to pressurize the fact. Just hold on a second. Hold on. I would like to make a precedent of saying that the last 3 attempts that Ubisoft have made at making a live service game
have gone very poorly.
Failed. Terribly.
Why are they trying to do this one? Here's the thing, right? Most live services, what do they have? They have a multiplayer element, don't they?
Yes.
What was the last multiplayer Assassin's Creed?
Oh yeah, no. Unity.
Was it a little game called Unity? Was it that absolute massive clusterfuck of a fucking launch?
I honestly don't even know.
And one where the only thing that worked on launch was the multiplayer, and then they fixed all the bugs and broke the multiplayer. And we know this because we fucking played that game.
Yeah. I love that game.
We played that game, and we like, okay, so the single player is a bit ouch, or
The single player needs work. But the multiplayer is there.
But we managed to get the multiplayer going, and it was like, you know what? This is actually fucking fun. Holy shit.
Yeah, the actual co-op was fun.
Double fucking executions. Fucking running interference was wonderful. It's amazing. And I'm like, and then they fixed the single player. And broke the internet code.
Yeah.
But broke their netcode. They broke their netcode, and it was just like, oh my god, this is unplayable now. What the hell have you done? What have you done? How dare you?
So yeah, we're gonna get we may be getting a live service Assassin's Creed game. God knows how that's gonna fucking work.
That's gonna be just.
It's gonna be. I know exactly what it's gonna be.
Terrible.
It's gonna be. We're gonna get instead of getting like Destiny's got different planets. We're gonna get different timelines.
Yes.
That's what we're gonna get.
Yeah.
We're gonna be like, oh, you're just dude, and you just go into the Animus, and then you, wherever your quest goes, that you go to that timeline.
It's gonna be terrible.
That's how it's gonna be.
No, they're gonna try and do a fucking what? Do you know what? Because Genshin's the fucking.
Oh, it's gonna be a gacha.
It's gonna be a gacha. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a gacha.
You could be any of these guys.
Do you know what? If that was what it actually turns out to be, I get to fucking call that shit.
Yeah, you do. You do. Like, oh my god. You see, the thing is, the gacha wouldn't work because it doesn't make any sense with the whole lore. And I know the lore for Assassin's Creed is getting on the level. It's starting to get on the levels of Fate Stay Night, but
Ubisoft and giving a shit about their own lore.
Oh, I know.
They have a game called Assassin's Creed, where you play as a person in a historical concept, where you have a leveling system that you can pay for time savers. I mean, come on. The moment they introduced time savers and EXP boosts and fucking all that other bullshit that they put in, you knew this was going down the live service.
I just don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know how it's going to work. Like, I understand. I know how going to different places is going to work, but I don't know how
it'll be no. Basically, it'll be medieval Division 2.
Ugh. I don't want that.
No, I don't want that either.
I don't want that.
I want for my medieval kicks, I get Chivalry 2. I have Chivalry 2.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm shit at that game. But it gives me my medieval kicks. Thank you very much.
I just like randomly running and shouting random things.
Ah!
Like my foot soldier's got like the weak voice, so he's just like, I'm yelling. It's so fucking. I'm just like, yes,
amazing.
This is good. This would be me. I would just be like, I'm yelling because I am. I like this. I like this immersion. It is great.
For the red and the black.
For the red and the black. Always be a Mason.
Yeah, it's going to be. Like, I know for certain, right? It'll be it just, you know, one of those things where when you hear it, it sounds like a bad idea. It just instantly sounds like a bad idea.
Well, this is a company that can't even show us anything to do with Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah, but
apparently they're still working it.
That game's dead.
Apparently they're still working it.
That game's dead. That game is literally dead. I don't give a shit what anyone says. That game is dead. They've probably gone back to the drawing board.
This is also the company that's thought, let's see, we could make a new Rainbow Six game, or we could make the same Rainbow Six game, but add
aliens as zombies. And actually, what we do is we just rip off GTA, GTO. Is it GTO or GTFO?
I think it's GTFO.
GTFO. Yeah, we'll just rip off GTFO a lot of their mechanics.
Yeah, and then what we'll do is, because we can't think of any original ideas, we'll steal the putties from Power Rangers, and they'll be the aliens.
Yes.
I like this. I like this a lot.
This is a great idea. So are we going to have new characters? No, we'll just have the same characters as Siege.
Yeah, it's going to have the same characters.
With their abilities pretty much similar.
Almost exactly the same. There's no real difference. You know, Ubisoft, just a wealth of originality in that company.
I'm not sure originality. I think if originality found itself in Ubisoft, it's lost.
And yet somehow they make one of my favorite games, which is Mario and Rabbids Battle. So,
that's because that's the Italian. That's the Italian.
That's the Italians.
That's the
It's not the actual French one.
It's Ubisoft Milan, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's basically the Italian studio. Like every company has a studio that's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Ubisoft is the Italians.
And
that's a good thing because it means that they actually make good games.
Yeah, and that's, by the way, Mario Rabbids Battle thing it's great. Such a good. If you like Baby's first XCOM, or if you've looked at XCOM and you thought, I like the look of it, but I'm a bit worried about but you've never really done any.
Yeah, it's a little bit
strategic.
It's a little bit. I mean,
a little bit daunting.
Let's all be honest. Apart from those I've actually played it, most people's exposure to XCOM is from streamers.
Yeah.
And at the moment, there's a lot of streamers who are playing XCOM that are literally playing it with like a bajillion mods and lots of stuff to make it, because it's been out for a while, and everyone that's streaming XCOM is probably beating it 3 times.
It's like Dark Souls 3 is like coming up again in streams, but that's mainly because the I think it's called the Comerans mod, and it's basically it adds in a load of new enemies.
But also
makes the game harder.
It has like a randomizer mode.
Yeah, it does. So
it starts you off at a different location, and like things just don't pick up where they're supposed to, and bosses are in different locations.
It's pretty much the same thing. But like if you've looked at XCOM and you thought, I like the look of it, but it seems a little bit overwhelming. Yeah, this is the perfect game just to get into that style of game.
Yeah. Of strategical flanking squad.
It's great. It's Baby's first XCOM.
Yes, it is,
and it's such a good. I prefer it to XCOM, not because of the difficulty, but just because I feel like it is more accessible and doesn't throw everything at me right at the beginning. And I'm slow the fuck down.
There's ways you can put in to make the game simpler. Not simpler, but like give you more time to get to grips with. Yeah. Because basically the game XCOM 2 is basically it pretty much starts you on a timer anyway. Yeah. Because the aliens get introduce more and more powerful aliens, and it also like the pod strength is based on your tech level. So eventually you start going up against, and if depending on how quickly or how much you do, all of a sudden like you're going up against like mutons and fucking God knows what else. But with this, it's like it's very much at your own pace with Mario Rabbids. So yes, it is. I would definitely recommend anyone to play that game.
Yeah, obviously, if you have a Switch.
Well, obviously, it is a very good introduction to that type of strategy game. And if you come away with it really, really, really enjoying it and going, do you know what? I wish I could have gone like a little bit. It could have gone a little bit harder as the game progressed. Then just jump into XCOM 2.
Yeah. But yeah.
Just, if you jump into XCOM 2, remember 98% chance to hit will probably miss.
Well, fuck it, 99% chance of hitting will probably miss. But yeah, Ubisoft is joining the live service.
Which they already have, because they have the Division 2.
They kind of have.
They have the Division 2. That's a live service
What
game.
I think I mean is, like, they're going down the Destiny route.
The Division 2 is a live service game.
Pretty much.
They're putting out an Assassin's Creed game in competition with their Division game.
Well, there's not going to be another Division game for a while, because that team's working on the Star Wars game.
That is very true. Which we haven't heard anything of either.
Well, because they've only really just started. Because you got to remember it was only announced like end of last year.
Yes, I know, but still, like, I've just realised something.
Remember, we're getting an Avatar game.
Oh god, yeah, wow.
I fucking love that. Yeah, we've got that franchise that was out years ago, and like literally nobody cares about it anymore. But here's a game for it. Wait, what?
Pardon? I've just realised something else, right? So Assassin's Creed is going to be a live service, which for all intents and purposes is going to go out in competition with the Division 2.
Yeah.
Right? If it is a live service.
Mm-hmm.
Still rumour, conjecture, may not actually happen, though that would mean Ubisoft would actually have, some form of originality and the ability to look at a bad thing and go, this is a bad thing. Yeah. Let's not do it.
It would. But then again, harbouring abusers...
Yes.
And shielding them from things. I personally would say that's a bad thing to do.
Yes. That's the example of, these are the type of people we're dealing with.
Yeah.
So they're going to have that in competition. And let's all be honest, okay? When we saw the Beyond Good and Evil trailer 2...
Yeah, I thought the way they were talking about it...
That was literally this is a Star Wars game.
Yeah.
This is what they're doing. This is pure fucking Star Wars. And now they're going to make it Star... I mean the AAA game industry... What? Are you just literally becoming Ouroboros and eating your own fucking tail?
Yes. Probably. Yeah.
Ubisoft.
Yeah. I mean, EA do it. Activision...
Yeah, but EA deliberately do it to kill studios.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't do it to make less money. They do it so that they can deliberately eat a studio.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is why they've kind of like just been milling around at the moment.
Activision don't do it, but what Activision do is like you've
done
well.
The staff.
No, you've done well. You've made a really good game and it's made us a lot of money. Now get to the COD salt mine.
Yes,
that's what Activision did. Get to the mines.
Get to the mines. Make me COD assets.
That lamppost over there needs working on. Get going.
It does not flick. It does not flicker at the right frequency. Fix it.
Do it.
Or I will put you in the ooblet.
And I don't know what fucking Ubisoft do. Ubisoft just... I swear to God, Ubisoft just takes shit and just throw it against the wall. That's their method of doing things.
No, they release an Ubisoft game and then just release another Ubisoft game. And
so that's what I mean. Like, they're just picking up shit.
They just basically take whatever IP they have, put it into an Ubisoft game, and then release it.
I don't know.
That's all they do. Like, here's the thing, right? Watch Dogs Legion is not the best game in the world. Yet it is actually one of the most original fucking Ubisoft games going. That's saying something, really.
Yeah. I wanted to like Legion. I really wanted to like Legion.
I just got fed up of being given the same fucking mission over and over and over and over. Like, the same fucking place. I mean, maybe I was just RNG looked out, but that's just me with RNG.
I just got sick and tired of hearing those accents.
Oh god, some of those accents
just drove me insane.
Some of those
I was
accents
like, you don't even
bad.
sound like a real person. Please just stop.
You had terrible British accents, and then you had terrible accents as if they were done by British people doing other nations' accents.
Yes.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't great. But you couldn't get a Russian voice actor.
Oh, someone who could just do a Russian accent?
I think the one that struck the camel's back for me was like... Broke the camel's back, that's the one. Broke the camel's back was... I picked up this... I chose this engineer, and she was from Zimbabwe.
Oh, no.
And the voice was just like, no. You know those really bad...
African
accents that you hear on the TV sometimes, and you can clearly tell that it's someone putting on an accent. Yeah, it was that. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not. I'm done with this now. If nobody can talk like an actual human being, please just stop.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like Ubisoft just to have a bereft of creativity. They're bereft of it. They have no real. And this is the thing. It's like a few years ago they came out and went, "Yeah, we're not going to do that anymore. We're not going to just put everyone in there." And then they started doing, and then they started still doing it, except instead of like all the games in the series looking like each other, all the games started looking like each other. And it's just like,
I'm just waiting for the Just Dance Open World Edition.
Oh God. You know it's coming. The thing is,
I don't understand.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's a more better game to put into a live service than Assassin's Creed.
I think it is a live service, isn't it?
No, they just keep coming out with DLC and new yearly editions.
Isn't that a live service now?
No.
All right.
A live service is supposed to be something that comes out with content all the time.
Like seasons.
Yeah, like season, like Destiny does.
Yeah. All right. I'll let that slide.
Just Dance comes out with a couple of DLC, and then the next year rolls over, and they come out with another Just Dance.
Yeah.
Like Just Dance is like this one is mean you've got this. Why are you not putting this as a live service, and putting a game that really shouldn't be a live service as a live service? It's like what is wrong with you?
What are you doing? Here's another thing, right? The fans of Ubisoft have been clamouring for a new Splinter Cell.
Yes.
4 years.
Yes.
4 years.
Yes.
And we're getting an Avatar game.
Yes.
We're getting an Avatar game.
Yes.
Do you not want to make money? Is that what it is? Have you decided, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, but I don't want anybody else to run the company, so I'm just going to run this company to the fucking ground? What do people want? They want an Assassin's Creed game, right? So we're going to take Assassin's Creed and we're going to put that title on a game that isn't Assassin's Creed. Okay, right. Well, what do they want? They want new Rainbow Six. Now we're just going to stick with Rainbow Six Siege, and that's all we're going to do.
Okay, people are starting to like Rainbow Six Siege. So what we're
right, we need to ruin that.
We need to make a new Rainbow Six We need to make a new game, Rainbow Six game with a Siege game engine, all the same characters, but now we're going to have zombies. But that's not how this game's designed. Don't no. Put zombies in it.
Put zombies in it. All right. Oh, we need Ghost Recon. We need. We'll make a Ghost Recon an open world game. That kind of goes against the whole Ghost Recon thing. No, we'll make it an open world thing. Oh, okay. Oh, Wildlands did well. What is it? Right. In the next one, we're going to set it in a weird Just Cause sort of universe. And we're going to break the game.
And we're going to make it we're going to make a live service. And then we're going to basically break the loot system to force people to buy the guns with real money.
That'll kill that franchise off fast and furious. Literally.
Also, we're going to make it mandatory to play on, we're going to make it semi-mandatory to play online because we're going to scale the difficulty for 4 people. But when you're on your own, you're not going to get your squad mates.
Yes.
So the difficulty scale for 4 people, but if you go in on your own, you're fucked.
My only thing is like Far Cry seems to be the only franchise that they're not kind of fucking with.
That's because they're doing the same game over and over again.
That's very true.
Let's all be honest.
Oh no! Everybody likes the bad guys. Let's make a game mode where you're the bad guys and ruin them.
Yes.
That's good. This is good. We're ruining this company. This is good stuff.
I mean, literally, if you want an example of a company torpedoing itself, Ubisoft is a damn good example.
It's a good one to look at. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. And
they literally
in a literal selling point, the decisions that they make no sense whatsoever.
No, they really don't.
Like, you're not improving you're not taking the money that you get from those games and improving them. You're just
paying hush money to the people that were going to sue you for allowing your members in authoritarian positions,
higher
authoritarian positions to abuse that authority and abuse the staff underneath them.
Yeah.
Usually of a female gender.
Or I know someone was like racial abused.
Yeah.
Like,
of
Muslim.
Of a ethnic minority.
Which is kind of hypocritical when you think of the fact that almost every game that Ubisoft does comes up with that fucking...
Yeah, well, it shows how disingenuous they are with that phrase. It does show. Like, this is the thing with the fucking media going on about, like, oh, we're inclusive, No, you're fucking not. Do you want to know why I'm not? I know you're fucking not. Because the person in charge is the same fucker who was in charge 10, 20 years ago when all the bullshit came out of your company. That you got into deep fucking shit for. So, no, you're not inclusive.
I'm still going, and I will forever love the E3 that we just watched with Ye Skillamon at the end. And he went, we've got something exciting for you. And I literally thought, I was like, oh my god, has this actually made them want to make a Splinter Cell to like just appease somebody? And then no.
We got Avatar.
We got Avatar.
I ended it on Avatar.
We've got Avatar to look forward to.
And not the Avatar. Everyone would go, we'll see where this is going.
I don't want Avatar to anywhere near. I don't want that anywhere
we don't want
near Ubisoft.
We don't want Avatar. We don't want Aang anywhere near Ys Gullimon or anyone associated to Ys Gullimon.
I don't want The Last Airbender anywhere near any AAA company. That series is a sacred series and should be held and kept on.
I mean,
and the fact that Netflix is doing a live action fucking show of it, I'm not happy with.
I mean, let's all be honest, okay? The movie was fucking terrible.
Apparently, Netflix are modernizing it.
Oh dear.
To which I was like, yeah, this is going to happen, because I read a while ago that like because originally they had the original creators of Avatar on board, but then they left due to
creative
differences. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, this is going to be shit.
Right, here's the thing, modernizing it. What do you mean modernizing it?
In other words, it's going to be like...
But the thing was, right, here's the thing, right?
Stephen, this is Netflix.
I know it's Netflix. I know, right? But when they go on about... Because every time they say, oh, we're modernizing it, it's like, oh, we're going to be more inclusive. And I'm like...
No. It's going to be more inclusive, probably.
Right, no, but here's the thing. The main cast. Have you not seen the diversity in the main hero group?
What they're going to do, modernising it, what they actually mean this time is actually modernising it.
Oh, setting it into a more modern...
Yeah.
So like Korra, basically.
No. More.
But then... Right, okay. Right.
A more modern sense.
Right, no. Here's the problem. Right? When you add magic into a world, it actually lowers the technological advances because you don't need those technological advances to do shit.
Yeah, I know that.
Right? Oh my fucking...
Look, I know that. You know that. Right? The entire Avatar fan base know this.
Like, if I'm an earthbender that can literally just raise every single rock in a 2-mile radius of me and fling it at the enemy, why would I need a gun?
Exactly.
Right? If I can just make a mountain fall on a fucking tank, why would I need armor?
You have to understand. Netflix are looking at this the way CW
look at
DC. They're looking at it and you know who are going to watch this? Teens. No, teens are not going to watch this.
Well,
you know who's actually going to watch this? Fans
of the original. This is my argument. Every time the movie of a franchise comes out, like whenever an anime movie comes out, whenever a westernized version of a manga comes out, like the first people that are going to when fucking Dragon Ball Evolution came out, it was like, well, we needed to make it so that Western audience could understand. It's like, no, wait, pardon, what? You know the first people to go see your movie is, right? You know who that's going to be. The fucking Dragon Ball Z fans.
I do love that fact that they're like, we have to make it more digestible for the casual audience. So what you're telling me is you're trying to aim your movie at the stupid people, because a lot of the movies that you adapt, I mean, Ghost in the Shell is I would put that on the side. Yeah, that can be kind of confusing.
Yes, it can be. But it's designed. But the thing is,
you can't tell me that the premise of Dragon Ball is hard. It's not a hard thing to follow.
Oh, it's easy. Yeah, but the thing is, like Goku has a friend in the manga. He has Krillin. You can't have a friend to be the stereotypical loner.
The cool loner kid.
The cool loner kid. Yeah, you can't have.
But the problem is, like, the cool loner kid should never be the main character.
Yeah, and also we've got to have Bulma to be a little bit of a badass, and it's like, no, that was what Chi-Chi was.
That's what Chi-Chi was. Also, Bulma was already a badass.
Yeah, Bulma was also a badass, but also she wasn't into fighting.
Yeah.
She never was into fighting. It's the whole thing of like, wait, hang on, she's getting with Vegeta? Wait, what? What the fuck? Pardon? Poor Yamcha.
Best couple.
Oh.
Bulma and Vegeta. To be fair, if you read the manga from the beginning, like, you go, yeah, actually that makes sense.
Yeah, no, the first reaction is, wait, what the fuck? And then you go back to like, actually, yeah, this actually kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense. I understand.
I see why this is the
Vegeta
thing.
would definitely go for Bulma, and Bulma would definitely go for Vegeta.
Yes. But yeah, the whole thing of like, we need to modernize it or make it more understandable for the Western audience. That fucking Akira script.
Oh my god.
Neo New York.
We've got to make it more accessible for the Western audiences by having it in Neo New York and having the main character as the owner of a biker bar. What? Why? Why does that have to be a thing?
The reason why Akira works so well is because the entire setting is like, yeah, the world's shit. The world's gone to fucking hell.
World War III happened. Everybody launched nukes. Everybody's a dick. That's Akira.
That is literally the starting premise of Akira. Like, this world is so fucked up that your protagonist is a member of an illegal biker gang.
Yeah.
That's how fucked up this world is.
How
did we get on this tangent?
Oh, because I mentioned the Netflix adaptation.
Oh,
Avatar.
yes.
That's going to be fun to watch. I'm not going anywhere near that series. I'm just like, you know what? I was on board when the original came.
If I wanted to see something like that, I'd go to a dumpster and set it on fire.
Because I generally feel bad for the original creators, because they do generally want to do more stuff with Avatar. But every time they go, they always, because they left the movie because they fell out with M. Night Shyamalan.
Well, yeah, because that script.
And they were just like, and even then, because back then they didn't actually want to do the movie. Nickelodeon basically told them, you have to do the movie, right? And then they were just like, wow. After like, I think 4 conversations with them, they were just like, we're not being involved in this.
Yeah.
By the way,
either he goes or we go.
By the way, the director of that movie is apparently a big fan of Avatar, just to let you know.
Despite the fact that the amount of stuff he gets wrong in that movie. Like an awful lot of shit.
Well, yeah, like apparently like they really want to do like more TV stuff and more like maybe a movie or something to do with
Avatar.
Avatar.
The thing is, though,
But every time they try to do something,
someone comes.
shit
Why don't we
happens.
make it live action? It's like, no, you can't. No, wait, no.
I actually think a live action could work, but you generally have to do what Peter Jackson did with Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
You have to go all in. You
Yeah.
can't just be like, well, that's going to cost too much money, so we can't do that.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Or
like you can't do that.
Or well, how about if we add guns to this?
You've got to or you've got to just go all in and be let's do this. Let's go with the original intention and the original ideas, and follow along. But we're going to end that there because we're going to move on now because we've still got things to talk about. We've got two more things to talk about.
Yeah.
And the second thing is there's multiple things in that to talk about.
Yes.
So anyway, the new Switch was announced.
Yay!
Now, Nintendo's been getting a little bit of hate for this.
I think the thing is that because they made a reveal promotion for it.
Now, I agree with you there that
maybe
they
gave people the impression that it was going to be bigger than what it actually was.
I agree with that. But here's my thing here. I generally think that it's not Nintendo who deserves all the anger.
No, they doesn't.
Because in all sense and purposes, Nintendo didn't do anything wrong.
No.
They didn't say anything. They didn't promise anything.
Yes.
All they've done is say, we've got a new version of the Switch coming, kinda, and it's a bigger screen, basically.
Yes.
That's all
the
Nintendo have done.
The thing is, though, when you said... Right, because there's been precedent before in regards to the other, like, say, like, Sony and Microsoft, who...
Yes.
When they did this...
Yes, but...
There was the PlayStation 4 Pro and the Xbox
there's the thing here.
X.
There's a thing here. There's one thing that we have to remember.
Nintendo is being
Nintendo. Nintendo is Nintendo.
Yes, and Nintendo will always do Nintendo.
And they do weird things.
Yes.
Because they're Nintendo.
I know that. But the thing... Right. What I'm saying... I'm agreeing with you in the fact that, like... Yes, they shouldn't get all the flack. However, they didn't help themselves.
They didn't help themselves.
They didn't help themselves by saying that, we've got a new version of the Switch coming out. We're going to reveal it on this specific date. And that is the only thing we're going to reveal.
Yeah.
They should have just revealed it in a fucking Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, they should have.
Instead of having its own separate thing. It's just like, just put it on one of the Nintendo Directs. People won't be as pissed then because there'll be other things for people to talk about. But no, they had their own separate thing, and it turned out to be it's a bigger screen. I mean, there's more things than that, but it's like
that is the main feature.
That is the basic premise.
That's the main feature, is that it's a bigger screen.
It's a bigger screen. I'm like, oh really?
You
could have just told us in an email.
I generally think that the president for this lies down with the media because they literally hyped this up to no end about a Switch Pro.
Yes, because that's the only thing they're good for.
And
the games media.
I'm not gonna lie.
Let's all be honest, okay? The games media is and always will be at the moment, unless there is drastic change in management, staff, and people's actual agendas. They are just mouthpieces for the triple game industry, and so the only thing they know what to do is hype shit up.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't know how to actually be journalistic because everyone who was is out of that business now, or fucking separate, or with Bloomberg or other places.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really follow this at all with the whole Switch Pro thing.
Neither did I, because I had a feeling it wasn't gonna be.
I've got a Switch, and I was just like, I don't really want a Switch Pro. I don't have any problems with the way it is. So even if they did announce a Switch Pro, I'm probably not going to get it. So I didn't really follow any of the news. That's why we didn't mention it when it was first.
No, because we didn't think it was going to be a big thing.
We've both got Switches, and we're both... I think we're both in the same camp of just like, I like my Switch, I don't need a Pro.
I like my Switch, I don't need a Pro. And as I've said, it's like, I don't really... think this...
I don't care.
It's like, no, I don't... I don't think Nintendo are going to do that. They've never done anything like that.
Yeah, they've never
hinted at doing anything like that. Yeah. So, no, I didn't get the inkling that they were going to come out with a Pro.
Yeah, there's been a bit of slack thrown at Nintendo, and
rightfully so.
Maybe
no.
There's an argument for it, yes, but like in my opinion,
they deserve to get some slack. Maybe not the amount of slack that they got, but they deserve to get some.
In my opinion, I'm just kind of like, not this time.
Yeah, no,
not this time.
Yeah, like I say, I believe they didn't deserve to get the amount of slack that they're getting, but I do believe they deserve to get some, because it's just in the sense of like, really, you made this whole song and dance just for this? Is that it? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. The media in this case is the one that's
the media the one that's hyped it up massively, and it's just like, for fuck's sake.
And I do generally think that those ones should. They're the ones that should be getting at least some of the things, because they're the ones that like big this up. Like,
it's going to be faster, blah blah blah, much crisper, blah blah blah.
Like
blah, blah,
the amount of bloody
blah,
articles
blah,
that
blah,
are out
blah,
there,
blah,
like,
blah,
the 10 things that could be in with the Switch Pro, like could be in with the Switch Pro, like it's definitely going to be a Switch Pro. Like the other thing, if there is going to be a Switch Pro, it's not going to be called Switch Pro.
No, we're talking
because that's the PlayStation's thing.
Yeah, I know, but also like we're talking about Nintendo here. Nintendo, you can guarantee one thing: Nintendo will do Nintendo.
Yeah,
they will do Nintendo things because it's Nintendo. I mean, that's why the fucking chat options on the Switch are so fucking ridiculous.
They're so bad.
Oh, you have to hook up your phone. You have to have this app. And I have to have this. I'm like,
no, it's all right. I'll just grab my Switch and I'll tell you what. It is what I'll do. I'll grab my Switch. I'll go over to my mate's place. I'll do it that way.
Why are you being so awkward? Is it that hard to put in a chat mic feature in your fucking console?
Apparently, yeah.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, the fucking Wii and Wii U's internet features was a bit like, really? This is how you decided to go about it?
Yeah, it's not great.
Mario Party is even just as great. Like, there's some weird system to play people online on that now. It's like, what the fucking hell? Why is this so hard for you?
Right. Anyway, also the other thing that was that happened over the week was the State of Play, PlayStation.
Yes.
Yes.
There were games that were shown. Some very exciting. Some very cool.
And one
major one.
The main
major
show
one called
was
Leathdoop. Definitely.
Leathdoop. Leathdoop. I want that game now. I demand Leathdoop.
Well, devolved.
That's going in the title now. Leathdoop. It's on its way.
I've been to work. Stop it.
I demand the game Leathdoop. I demand it.
Okay, right, okay. Well, let's go through Deathloop first, since that was the big thing, even though it was the last game on the thing. It's still looking interesting.
It looks good.
We were right when we said the last is going to be like a Dark Souls type mechanic, where it's an invasion from someone else.
Also, it can be
the AI as well. So
offline mode. That hopefully means that there is going to be an offline mode, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm not messing about with all this.
As a person that has played Dark Souls both online and offline, I can honestly say offline is a less stressful experience. It's a less infuriating experience of people just like running away from you and not bothering to fight. It's like, you fucking invaded me, dude. Just come and fight me. If you fight me, you'll probably find out you'll probably beat me. Yeah, you'll probably kill me. You're wasting your time.
Apart from that one guy that hit me and didn't do any damage whatsoever to me. That is still my pinnacle of gaming to me. Is the fact that like I got invaded in Dark Souls, the guy hit me and did virtually no damage, because I think I was on New Game. I was on like New Game +6 at the time.
Yeah.
And I think he must have been like a newbie. He must have been a newbie when he came in, because he just came running. He ran at me, hit me, and then because I just stood there after he hit me, because I generally couldn't believe that he did no damage to me.
It's one of those where it's like,
wait, what? Because that's what my original idea was, because I really couldn't be bothered. Was just I'm just going to let him kill me. And then
he's probably some fucking jackass who has like an overpowered fucking weapon.
He's gonna hit me, I'll die, and then I can just carry on where I was from. That was my original idea. Yeah. And then he hit me, and then I didn't take any damage. I think I took like the tiniest
One
little
pixel.
Yeah, tiniest little bit of damage, and I was just like, "Well, this is
new.
I've never felt this way before."
You've made a poor life choice. Allow me to introduce the consequences of that poor life
pinnacle
choice.
of my pinnacle of gaming there. But anyway, back to Deathloop. It looks, it basically looks, it's Dishonored with guns.
Yeah. Again, I think they confirmed that it's different levels instead of.
Yeah, they showed off more. They showed it much more in sort of like a level system.
Yeah.
Than like a big
I
open
still
world thing.
don't understand how that's going to work with the loot mechanic, because if you die, it gets to the beginning of the day and you have to kill everyone again. So if that's the case and you end up having to try and do, like, say you get like the first 3 kills you need to get and then die and then do the next 3 and then get to almost to the last one and die, I'd be pissed. That would literally be like, okay, I'm just fucking quitting. That is rage quit material.
Yeah.
If you get like so close to fucking killing the last one after like attempting so many times, and then some dickhead in a fucking invasion kills you, that is rage induced. That is rage quit material. That is literally the epitome. That literally is a dictionary example of what would cause a rage quit. Oh boy,
a justified one as well.
Yeah, it's a justified one.
But it looks cool.
It does look cool. The combat, the movement, the abilities. If you like Dishonored, you're gonna love this.
Oh yeah, and I love it. I love Arcane. I've loved all their games that they've come out with so far, and it generally looks like I'm going to enjoy this one.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with that. But on to the other ones.
So we had Sprout King, which I can't remember. There's always one we can't remember.
Sprout King. That was the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think the reason why we don't remember that one is because of what came after, which is Moss Book 2.
Yes.
The adorable little mouse.
I'm going to cheat. I'm going to do some research and actually look up what
the hell Sprout King is.
Sprout King. Are you sure Sprout King was first?
Yeah. Oh no, I may have written it differently.
This is Moss.
Oh, never mind. Anyway, Moss Book 2. Oh no, hold on.
Moss Book 2, yeah. It's coming, which is a pretty decent VR game.
Yeah, that may be something else. Something else completely different. So ignore what I've said about
Sprout King.
Yeah, ignore that. I've been to work and I had to do stuff that I wasn't expecting, so there. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Anyway, Moss Book 2 looks adorable. Looks absolutely adorable and gorgeous, and it's like one of the few PlayStation VR games that is really good. So yeah, I may be getting it because I have PSVR and it is cool.
If you do get it, I may have to
see if you can do
steal your VR and see if I can give it a go, because it does look like my type of game.
After Moss was Arcade-Geddon.
Yeah, which is going to be like a battle royale
shooter game combat game.
Don't know.
It was very chaotic. That's all I can say about that. There was a very chaotic and very Fortnite-ish vibe to the style.
It looked like Splatoon.
Yes.
With the colours.
Yeah, a very colourful, like PvP.
Like basically neon Fortnite.
Yeah.
Kinda look.
So, take what you will out of that.
That's the one that's going to be on PlayStation Plus, isn't it?
It might be, yeah. After that was Tribes of Midgard, which got
looks
a release
really
date.
cool.
Ooh, speaking of release dates, September 14th for Deathloop.
Oh yes, yes. At the same time as some other games that I fucking want.
Tribes of Midgard is going to get released on the 27th of July, so that is
2 weeks.
2 weeks from now. Really cool. Tribes is the multiplayer Diablo-like Viking game where you can build your own Viking village.
Yeah, it's a 10-player sort of Viking horde Viking survival game because you got to build your village.
It is a live service.
Yeah, they did come out and say it's a live service.
It's a live service, which I kind of went, oh, really?
But I've actually generally got a good feeling about this one. I haven't
they do seem to have like a lot of content ready for launch.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of stuff to do, so that's pretty cool. After Tribes of Midgard was Fist, which you will have to get.
Yes, more stuff about Fist. It actually generally looks really cool.
It is to
be fair.
It looks like it basically confirms it looks like an action
side scroller
where you play as a bunny with a mechanical fist on his back.
Yeah.
And it does have sort of like Devil DMC-ish, a kind of like combo.
All I know is that it's got a parry system, and that's all I care about.
Yes.
It gives me the parry.
Has a parry system. Following that was Hunter's Arena.
That's the melee battle royale game.
Yes.
It looks like it's mainly like Chinese mythology sort of deal.
Yes. I'm surprised it's took them this long to come up with a melee.
The thing is, this game, I remember seeing this game a few years ago. This game's been in development for a while. I think it's been one of those games where they've always been like tweaking and thingy before it gets anywhere. I know it's the PlayStation Plus game next month.
Yes. So there's no harm if you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber. There's no harm in giving it a look. After Hunter's Arena was Sifu, and the more we look at Sifu, was it Shifu? It's pronounced Shifu, isn't it?
Sifu.
Shifu. Yeah. The more we look at that game, the more.
Oh, it looked like the actual gameplay this time. It looked awesome.
It looked awesome, and it looked brutal. Like the camera shakes.
Yeah.
Like if you remember if you look at how some like Hong Kong flicks and like certain fight genre movies where the camera will like accentuate the impact. It does that, and it looks brutal. It looks absolutely brutal. I'm pretty sure we saw someone have their arm broke and then roundhouse kicked off a fucking
Well, we saw a guy flipped upside down and then kicked into the the bar.
Yeah. Oh my god, it looks amazing. If it I just hope the game can actually play the way
the trailer
looks.
Yeah, it looks
because it looks amazing. My one concern is that it's not going to be as good as it looks.
Yeah,
that's my one concern. But that'll be down to controls and the mechanics, and if
definitely.
So, and those things can. If you give enough time, you can iron out any issues with those. So, after Sifu was Jet the Far Shore. Oh, that was the exploration game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That looks really. It's not my type of game, but it looked pretty.
Yes.
It looked pretty.
It was. It was definitely a unique. Yeah, basically, it's think about No Man's Sky, but with an actual story and no combat.
Yeah, and you have to actually get away.
Yeah,
from
the
combat.
whole point of the game is to avoid combat. It's a pure exploration game, and is the story delves into the whole how people would react in those scenarios, sort of thing. It's gonna be interesting. That is for sure.
Yes. It looks alright.
Maybe want to keep an eye out on. Then Sega came along.
Oh yes, yes.
Lost
Judgment, the sequel to Judgment. We played Judgment on my channel. We didn't get to the end.
No.
But we love that game.
We love the Yakuza series. The Yakuza series is a glorious celebration of. Well, it's glorious. Yeah, it's completely insanity, but it's amazing.
I really, really enjoyed Judgment.
Judgment was really good. The whole fact that it was an investigation.
Yeah,
really, really was pretty damn cool. And we were constantly going, oh, is it this? Did he actually do it?
I'm actually thinking of maybe restarting Judgment.
I'm getting prepared for that.
I think I might get.
You won't have. I don't think you have enough time.
Oh no, I may not have enough time because obviously with Ghost of Tsushima coming with that DLC,
Yeah, and
I'm going to be getting that, and we are going to be doing that because we've done Ghost of Tsushima.
Speaking of,
which we will get at. But what I was thinking is we could do. I might get because you can get Judgment on the PS5.
Yes.
So I might get the PS5 version of Judgment because I think I can free upgrade it.
Yeah.
With the disc, so that's fine. And then we go through Judgment and then do Lost Judgment.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Sort of thing.
Maybe. Speaking of. Because you mentioned Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut.
Yes.
Speaking of Director's Cut, also Death Stranding, the Director's Cut, got a September 24th. And that is also having new content.
Yeah, we've got new. They've mentioned new story missions. So I don't know what that's going to be. Because, I mean, how do you expand that weird bloody stuff?
How do you add to that absolute mental roller coaster that is Death Stranding? I mean, literally, how do you?
But
I mean, it is Kojima.
The new stuff. So like the
Combat overhaul.
The cargo cannon.
I love that. I literally love that. I was like, oh my god, you know what? That's amazing. I'm just gonna set up cargo cannons everywhere. Like I had the entire map set up with the zipline.
Yeah.
Like you could get to every single drop point almost via zipline. That's what I did once I had the full map. It was like just not zipline. So, you know, if you've been playing Death Stranding, there is a potential that you've been using one of my zip lines.
For me, I built all the roads.
Yeah.
That's
after I built all the fucking roads. I built all of them. That was the only fucking doing. I was like, oh my god.
It's so annoying, isn't it?
I'm literally like, wait, how the fuck do you guys survive? Like, you're going through fucking BT territory. What the hell? The roads are safe. What are you doing? What is wrong with you? I mean, then I realised, wait, hang on. They've just basically waited for some other fucker.
They've waited for some other sad bugger to make all the fucking roads for them.
Yeah.
Those bastards.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I kind of find it relaxing driving on the road to the next thing in my truck. Absolutely overladen with with the materials needed. But it was like, I just, yeah. Yeah, I'm like, okay, so, okay. I don't know what is going to be added. There's clearly a stealth mission.
Yeah.
There is clearly a stealth mission, which is probably what the last random-ass Death Stranding trailer was about.
Yeah. But yeah,
if I see nods to Metal Gear in that...
Well, I mean, the little walker things look like geckos.
Yes, they do. They look like mini geckos. It's just amazing. The walker buddies.
Yeah.
They're literally the geckos. They're the gecko legs that they have.
It looks good.
It does.
I am actually thinking, do I get that?
Batshit crazy, but it does look good.
So I'm just waiting for The Last of Us 2 now, Director's Cut, because that's the next one. I actually think we're going to get a Director's Cut of that.
Probably.
I don't know what they would put in to make it a Director's Cut, but...
I would actually cut the last half hour of the game. So you end with Ellie at the farm.
The Director's Cut, yeah, we got rid of that sucky bit.
We got rid of the bit that added an extra half an hour to the game but didn't actually do anything. It just made the full scenario even worse. Like, just it. Oh god, The Last of Us Part 2 should have ended with Ellie on the tractor
with the kid,
and the camera panning away. When that was happening, when the camera was panning away, I thought, oh, we're at the end. That is an actual good finish. Yes, she hasn't gotten revenge, and yes, the people have died, but like Ellie seems to have, she has something to move on with. Like Abby's still an absolute terrible person.
Yes.
But like, yeah, it fits in with the whole thing of like, yeah, this world is full of terrible people, and there's the terrible people that will progress. So like it was so fitting in with the themes of the first game, and then they added on the extra bits of the game. and decided to just literally take a gun to your story and pull the trigger. I mean, you know.
Why not?
There was no need.
Because revenge is bad, people.
There was no need. No need for that ending.
I'm trying to think what else was... Was that it? Was
None.
that everything else?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, it wasn't that long, was it?
There was a lot more... I think the trailers were a lot longer than usual. Not a lot longer, but there was a little bit more. I mean, you had... there was a lot of Deathloop.
There was a Deathloop.
Because they went into...
Or Leathdoop.
Yes, Leathdoop.
Leathdoop.
You're never going to let me live that down, are you?
That's the name of that game from now on. It's
right.
Leathdoop.
So when Mr. Maxwell plays Deathloop, his first video will be...
Yeah, it's actually called Leathdoop. Leathdoop.
Whatever.
You got nothing to worry about. Nobody watches my videos.
I do.
Yeah, you. That's it. I've got one fan. It's you.
No, don't do yourself wrong. You have more than one. Not that many more than one, but you have more than one.
I've reached the double figures. I'm proud.
Hey, listen, I'm just plobbling along on around about 200.
All right, come on, slow you. There's no need to step on me, man. Come on, slow down.
Anyway,
yeah, that was the other one, Demon Slayer.
Oh yeah, there was a
Demon Slayer game. It's basically a beat 'em up.
I didn't actually freaking write it down because it was that like, oh really, nah.
Yeah, I was a little bit upset about it. I was kind of hoping for like an action-y RPG game, but it generally looks like
it's your bog standard shonen beat 'em up
game. So
that isn't a Warriors game.
Yeah,
because that's One Piece.
Yeah. That is One Piece. Hey, Bleach is coming back soon. We might get a Bleach Dynasty Warriors game again.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm so fucking down for that if they did that.
I know, but you're a giant Bleach fan.
I'm a Dynasty Warriors fan, so...
I'm a Dynasty Warriors fan. It's like, you know... It's like
I just want to do a giant Getsuga Tensha. That's...
You want to do the biggest of all Getsuga Tenshas.
But yeah, that was it. It wasn't a bad state of play.
No.
To be fair, with the recent news about Sony and the indie developers,
yeah,
nothing really there to give Sony a win in a sense.
No,
I would say
it was kind of like damage limitation. Hopefully, Sony can take the responses from
hopefully they can.
And actually get their shit. Get like, okay, so we're kind of pissing them off. Let's maybe
improve
our thing, because it seems very arbitrary how we let a game onto our store, especially since we allowed a certain game called was it Life of Black Tiger?
Life of Black Tiger.
Like the very fact you've allowed that game on your store for even a minute means a lot of indie developers deserve to be on your store.
Yeah.
Also, can you please fix your store so that it's easier to find things? Please, Sony.
Yeah, please.
We'd be grateful. We'd be grateful if you let us do that.
God, look at that! Look at that! That's Lost Judgment.
Yes.
Look at it.
Oh God, yeah.
Look at the face.
Jesus Christ!
My God.
I didn't even mention how friggin'
realistic he looks.
Holy!
Like the fucking. You can see the guy's paws on his face.
It's just and it's not even like Uncanny Valley level of realism. Yeah. It's like, holy fucking shit! Am I watching a fucking still photo, or am I looking at a still photo, or am I looking at an actual rendered
human being?
I don't know. That's confusing.
It's got a dance game.
Holy fucking shit! Oh, Lost Judgment looks fucking amazing.
We get a dog.
Yes, we do.
We get a dog.
We get a doggo.
How do you improve? On perfection. You add a dog.
You add a dog.
That's how you do it.
Yes.
But anyway, I think we'll end on that. I do hope you've enjoyed this chat. I've enjoyed this chat this time.
It's been a nice chat.
Not to say that I don't enjoy our chats, but this one's been a little bit more...
It's been more positive than negative.
Yeah.
Because for once, there's only been a light bashing of the AAA game industry, because the AAA game industry, apart from Ubisoft, because, you know, fuck Ubisoft, I've actually just kept quiet and done nothing. Which is a good thing, because let's all be honest, they can't do anything good.
So we got those, and yeah, so I think it's been a good one, this one.
Yes.
Anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this chat. Again, you know the normal things of if you've got any comments on anything that we've spoken about, please just leave them down below. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.
Doodles.